When can I learn that? Captain Ilbert, report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us not that we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step to detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame station at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that concluded those originating from House Fortemps. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. That is one mystery solved, at least, but what of the Ivy? Be any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers only available to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider then that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Raban's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flame's establishment? Is the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked, and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, but I really should not have been. With the 3 grand companies, Odas was ever the more vulnerable to infiltration. Both limbs elements of Gridania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones mined under the same leadership. Only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Odas' military was made up of disparate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Raban faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cause, there remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the rank. Indeed, given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now, The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, it was not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Nael Vendarnus' ambition been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supplying Raban with an army. It is but a wonder that they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. Shiva is summoned in the like manner to the other primals. The heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Amarek informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. Hopefully the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As Commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. would have you accompany me, Ceres, as the realm's stoutest champion. Tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the antecedent has already given her consent. Lest you worry. Damn, this post the Realm Reborn stuff is super long. Actually liking that. Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Ophelia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the council coming. Meet me at Nofika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. That we shall. That we shall. Bacon bread. My god. I don't know what, it's just food? What? Hold on, let's see what... This thing is gonna give me something. This. Haddock dip. Oh, I'm gonna get some dip? Fuck yeah. I did. Yeah. Senate. Andres Guild. Alpha no. My thanks for... Oh god! My thanks for coming, Ceres. When you are ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the Lotus Stand. Yep, I've been through this before, buddy. The Alliance leaders await you at the Lotus Stand. Will you be joining them now? Yep.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
I'm guessing it was that guy in the red armor.
Who?
He was the only one that lived.
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
No, fuck you. Check the M's? Alright.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Look at that fucker's fucking pauldrons. God damn. Fuck you, Gage. His budget. He just spit on the coffin.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
Rework Swain when he's made into a full tank.
Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader, not so his uncle.
I just sworn it was gonna be like Nero.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Oh, baby.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
No secret is safe indeed. We're not gonna find the fucker. It would not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose. Despite their protestations to the contrary, plainly the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust amongst the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Lamintons, for instance. Though Admiral Merlweb outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldan scorned as swindlers who worship corn. What are you? No sleep till Brooklyn. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Teleji Edeleji, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cartano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Ceres. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilbert near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Corthus, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Alright, time to catch this fucker. Is there fireworks? I don't think you can see them from here. The trees are too big. Hey, I'm a little bit up there. Many people here make me laugh. But thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Oh, boy, the Ivy. Am I getting food for these missions? Listen well. The spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than the Flame Marshal Eileen Royale. Raban's second in command. Second in command, really? Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with the polearm had to be seen to be believed. Wait, she's the one that Raban fucking went with when we first met him. When we first met up with him. Talk about this. I knew she was suspicious. Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Raban chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. Monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for a high-ranking position. And 'twas no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the alliance. Yet the monetarists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Royale was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the monetarists? He's quite suspicious. But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Royale's presence here now. You may be aware it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Raban attended the Council of Alliance Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet she is here nonetheless. On some pretense. She's up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames records for evidence of Royale's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need.
Minfilia, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar and an authority on aetherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Let's return to the Rising Stones at once. Then we have much to discuss. Let me in the door. Fucking Christ.
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits, and nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Why?
Urianger, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
Oh my god.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Oh? Oh?
Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it, then? Your missing aetherite?
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon.
Yeah, so far she's great.
We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the Aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetherite.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and...
Oh, that was an accident.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal. I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the Aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risk the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
I mean, I'm gonna roll the dice. Oral sash. See how this looks. Can't really see it. I actually really like this outfit. I've already informed the AFAH of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreeder described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Sarahs, and that I have faith you will return to us. Always have. Alpha now, I'm coming. Oh my god, that was. Good to see you, Ceres. I'm starting to wonder if you are having second thoughts. Captain Elbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Aline Royale in Ulda even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetherite. After you, Scion. There, it's ready. Ooh, shiny, sparkly. Ah, it worked, I think. Try tuning to the ether right now. I feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. We've done all we can, Ceres. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Gonna have to fight Shiva now? We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of this ritual, and if she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Minbrida's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Emmerich. Madam, Sir Emmerich regrets that he could not be here in person and asks that I read you this letter. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her, Sarah Serene. Sarah Serene, the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you chose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish needs, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Halone bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. AFAH Amphitheater. Oh, is it a it's a trial. Oh god. Well, guess I'll join this. Oh, commence. There we go. Full party.
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down. We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Oh God. Oh, baby. Right? Oh fuck, I used my other thing on accident. Oh God. It's really hard to see with how bright this fucking area is. What you doing now? Oh God. Oh, she just freezes all. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. Help! I died. We killed her either way. The music coming in, I was so sick. Oh god. I was in fucking... Bro, that was so cool. Did you get her mount that music plays? Jeez. That's some stuff.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause. You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you. Following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander Mother's gift. Hear, feel, think.
Well, if it isn't, bitch ass.
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
That was pretty fucking sick. By the 12, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Yeah. Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Revendians are skilled with glamours, after all. Like, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a Primal being someone like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations. See, no? Fair enough, I was only asking.